On March 7th, 1970, Austin Carr scores a record 61 points in the NCAA tournament for Notre Dame to beat Ohio University. And despite all the amazing NCAA games we've watched since, no one has ever beaten that record. Here's the story behind this amazing event on Daily Sports History. Welcome to Daily Sports History. I'm Ethan Reese, your guide to a rapid deep dive in sports history every day. Austin Carr was a scoring machine in college. He was highly recruited to Notre Dame University after scoring over 2,000 points in his high school career. And would go on to score over 2,500 points in college, making him the top 5 all-time in points after his college career was over. And he joined the likes of Pistol Pete Maravich to score over 1,000 points in a season. So heading into the NCAA tournament, Notre Dame was a number 2 seed in the tournament that year. Now we have to understand that in 1970, they did not have the 68 teams that we have today. They only had 18 teams in the tournament. And Notre Dame was the number 2 seed facing off against Ohio, the number 17 seed. And Ohio had a good scoring guard of their own named John Canine, who made his first 6 shots of the game, which caused a timeout to be called, and Carr got ripped by his coach, saying, "Are you going to let him score all day? What are you going to do?" And Carr said, "I'm going to try to slow him down." But Carr's way of slowing him down was actually by going off himself. Carr ended up taking 44 shots that game, making 25 of them, and hitting 11 of his 14 free throws. And at this point, the three-point line was not in effect. And researchers have gone back to estimate that he would have scored at least 70 points if the three-pointer had been around. And John Canine, the guy behind the motivation for this outburst, ended up with 24 points. A good outing, but a far cry from the 61 that Carr was putting up. Carr's goal was to wear him down while he was playing defense, while Carr was on offense, so it would be easier for him to play defense on Canine. Now, it wasn't surprised for Carr to score. As we mentioned, he was a prolific scorer. And that year, he averaged 38 points a game, using his slashing style of offense, similar to a Dwayne Wade style that we've seen more recently. Now, Carr had no idea that he was setting a record, but his coach did. In 2 minutes, 50 seconds, he actually took him out of the game because he knew he had already broken the record, and they already had the game well in hand, beating them 112 to 82. And with Carr's great scoring ability, he went on to become the number 1 pick in the 1971 NBA draft, and would become known as Mr. Cavalier, spending his entire pro career with the Cleveland Cavaliers. An interesting concept after he beat an Ohio team so badly. Now you would think, with adding the three-pointer, that this record would come down eventually. And people have gotten close, including David Robinson with Navy, who scored 50 in a game, but no one's ever eclipsed that mark. It's hard to imagine they would, as the college game is more focused on team play rather than individuals. But it's likely this record will be beat one day. We just don't know when. Thank you for listening to Daily Sports History. I want to thank you for listening. It really means a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into this, and I love to hear from you. So please join us on our communities on social media. We're at Daily Sports History on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. We'd love to hear from you and join our community and continue to grow this group of historians we have going on. And come back tomorrow for more Daily Sports History.